with us today. Thanks for peeking in, checking out my garden, see what we got growing. Today I'm going to be transplanting a whole bunch of these plants that Kiki and I started like maybe, I don't know, a month, 6 weeks ago, something like that. We got several different kinds of tomatoes, one poor little onion here, literally a couple of broccoli, several different types of celery, surprisingly, a couple broccoli and some more cabbage. And of course, since we're so good at tags, I don't even know what this poor little thing here is. I think it might be a pumpkin. I'm not sure. And then we got a couple of 1,500-year-old cave beans, tons and tons of tomatoes. So that's what I'm going to start with. I've got 4 trays made up. I've put my potting soil mix, my plant food in there, and I'm going to start dividing these all up. There's 36 per tray, 4 trays here. That's what, 144. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get through this tray right here with these 4 trays. But let me turn this phone on here so that I will have chat available. Give me just a minute. I'm super slow with this stuff. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move these back out of the way a little bit. Oh, that's right. I won't move. Okay. All right. There we go. Just going to get that set up so I can see it. Move those guys back over here. I'm going to grab my little marker because this is what I poke all my holes with. And I don't even know where the hell to start. Let's go with this one here. Let's see. We got Roma. Let's see. I am breaking these off a little bit easier than I normally do when they're babies. I'm a little rougher with them. But at this age, I do get a little more delicate with how I separate them. All right, and then I've got the soil in there, the plant food sprinkled on top, and then I'm just going to push these past it right into the dirt, bury them deep. Let's see how many we got here. I'm going to put these 3 big ones in here. This is way cut down from what we did in our earlier tomato planting this year. We actually had, I think, 28 or 32 varieties of tomatoes going at one time. All right, so, where did I put the tags that I brought up? Oh, here they are. Okay. So, we're going to need another little tag for Roma. And then same thing, I'm just going to poke them in with a marker. This is a lot of plants. All right, and then we got Indiana paste. Good morning, Jay. Well, I try to chat on here. It's just hard when I'm digging in plants. All right, let's see how many we got of these. A little bit more gentle, take them apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get those out of the way for a minute. And then I'm burying them literally all the way to the bottom. The stem all the way to the bottom. Okay. And that was the Indiana taste tomato. And then just so I don't mix up tomato varieties, I'll actually go ahead and put something in here. And I'll just pick something that we don't have much of. Oh, that's not really much of anything. Okay, so that's when I use the filler spot for the Salad Delight red cabbage. So any of the tomatoes that have an empty spot, they're going to get cabbage. And I'm going to plant that just as deep. And set these guys aside. And now we will get another type of tomato. Oh, we've only got 2 of these. These are the Black Beauty. And almost all of these tomatoes here are ones that Kiki and I grew this year and saved the seeds from our spring planting and summer harvest. And that's one here. Oh, wait, I said I wasn't going to do that. Let's go ahead and put Black Beauty over here. And then we'll grab our little red cabbages and fill in spots. Yeah, I want to try and preserve a little clump of roots, at least on these guys. I do like group planting things, but I kind of tend to separate them before they even get true leaves on them. Just because they're a little more, like they slide right out. They're not prone to breaking off much. Okay, one more of those. Salad Delight. And then I always take this bottom where the roots are all matted together, and I just peel that right off. All right. So we've got 4 little cell trays done. Now let's see what next we got. Kellogg's breakfast tomato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe that was 8. So we'll go ahead and do a few of these. Actually, I might just plant the smaller ones in with the bigger plants. Let's just see what they look like after I get the 6 largest in. Alright, and that's how we're going to do those. Now we got these are big rainbow. Alright. These are a nice, strong plant right now. They're very, almost woody. They're very strong feeling. Alright, so there's only 4 of these, 5. We're going to call that 4. Alright. A couple more of these cabbages. Okay, now where to start stacking these as I finish. Alright, so this one's got Roma, Indiana Paste, Kellogg's Breakfast, Big Rainbow, Black Beauty, and Roma. And that's 1 tray, so we're a quarter of the way done. Well, not done with the tray. We're not even a 1/6 of the way done, but this is how many I've prepped to do right now. Alright, now we got this one. I can't say it, so we're just going to let you see. I don't know if it can be seen. No, if you guys can't see that. WAPSIPINICAN. Peach. They're a fuzzy yellow tomato. They're like they're not big, but they're not even a slicer, but they're not a cherry tomato. They're in between. They're like, 2.5 inches or so. And they're fuzzy like a peach, which is actually really cool. And I don't know what this little seed is here, but I don't feel like growing it right now. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so we got 2 trays of these. Same thing, just poking a hole, digging them down in there. And these were actually a pretty good tomato. Like, even while the plant was struggling, it was still like producing fruits, even when like most of my tomato plants were straight dead from the heat. So that was one thing I liked about this. All right, since we got 2 trays of these, I need to make a little tag for this. All right, we got that one done. All right, so all that, and we got 1 tray done. Let's see what we got here. This one here is Big Italian Plum. Kiki did good with these. I did not do very good. Like, I had big plants, a couple decent sized tomatoes, but not many at all. It's what I would consider a stingy plant. These will really take off and start growing very fast now that they're transplanted, because there won't be this dense concentration of roots here where they're all competing for nutrients. They're all putting out extra roots to try and get nutrients that they can't find. All right, this is probably going to go ahead and fill up the rest of this tray. That's a whole lot of plants in one little cell tray, or in one little plug. All right. Same thing, poke them down in. Ooh, it's getting windy. All right, so there's 1 tray and it didn't even dent the pile, so we're going to probably exceed this tray. All right, so that's 1 tray, or 2 trays, cell trays. Oh, there's some plants.
All right, so I'm going to have one more tray of those. So now we're going to play musical flipping trays. All right. That'll give us 5 trays of the big Italian plums. So that's 30 plants here. Where are the 2 runts? You and you. I'm just going to take the 2 little runts and kind of tuck them in with another plant somewhere. So I'm not going to do a whole other tray for those because we got 5 trays. Just a big Italian plum. So now I have to freaking make 4 tags. Okay. All right. So that is tray number 2 done. Okay. Next tomato we're going to do is going to be called Creole. And then we're going to do the sunrise. These here are both black cherries, so I'm going to wait and get all the other little varieties done first. Go ahead and get these separated. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and take a break for a little bit, and I'll be back on shortly.